Well, so firstly, I just want to emphasize that the issue yesterday was not only about this drug delivery, but was about a broad range of things, such that hospitals get their essentials that they need, medicines, other essential supplies, equipment that is working, etc. So this issue of getting drugs directly from the suppliers was just one of those. It's also implementing a resolution of the ruling party of the ANC in Mangaung, where we said we want to abolish the depot system because it's characterized by pilferage, theft, corruption, delays, expired medicine, drug stock outs, which you have heard about. So what we are doing is every hospital, and we are starting with the first 20 hospitals in Gauteng. That means we are excluding only the district hospitals and the clinics. They ought to be able to get their supplies directly from the supplier. They should not rely on the depot. The CEO and the staff must sit that morning and say, this week, this is what we need to run the hospital, and these are the companies that can supply it, and phone those companies and ask for direct supplies. That's exactly what we're trying to announce yesterday.
Now, Minister, just what are the ramifications on this? Does it take away procurement of medicines from national and leaves it with the provinces?
So let me give you an example of ARVs, how we procure them and how we drop the prices. All the provinces came together at national level, set together, procure together, got the companies, let's say they get 5 companies who are giving a tender to provide ARVs for the whole country. They were doing it together with us, so we call it the centralized tender. Mm-hmm. But when the ordering comes, that means then we announce the 5 companies and say, these are the ones who will provide ARVs. When the ordering comes, it's the individual provinces through their depots who make the orders, not us. So if that individual depot doesn't order, or they order extra, or they order erratically, then you get problems. So all we are doing is, because the companies are there, instead of going to deliver in the depot, they must be called by individual hospitals. That is the only change that is going to happen.
Let's look at that issue of stock-up, ministers, and the various processes that lead to this. People not ordering in time or ordering enough. How do you then deal with the problem effectively if the provinces themselves are responsible for some of this? Is there going to be greater monitoring? Is there going to be more frequent reporting of these problems through the supply chain, including all the way up to national?
If you look at the plan which we unveiled yesterday, it starts right in the ward. Let's take a hospital. It starts right from the ward, that there must be a ward manager there who has got a specialist, who must know a list of what is needed in that particular ward, and check it on a daily basis and check it on a weekly basis, and we've instructed them to put their orders 3 months in advance. That means in every ward, in every pharmacy, in every hospital, there ought to be a list of things that have been ordered 3 months in advance, so that everybody must know that list. And if it's not there, they must know that 3 months down the line, they are likely to be in trouble. Now, that's the first thing, and we have involved the clinical heads of departments. Like in the case of hospitals like Barak, Charlotte McGregor, there will obviously be the professors who are in charge of those hospitals who also monitor the process. But at head office, the Department of Health nationally, we are also putting a sort of a tower whereby we are linked with computers with that particular department. We can be able to see that in this hospital, their stocks are running at this level and they've not made an order. And right. All we do is to tell them that, look, your levels of drugs are dropping and you are not putting an order, and we don't know why you are doing that. Part of the problem against this was that people believe if you go for a long time without putting in any orders, the moment you put them, then you'll get your supplies immediately. The people who supply these medicines have to prepare themselves. Sometimes they even have to order active pharmaceutical ingredients overseas. So if you are not ordering on time, you not pay them on time, you just believe the day you do it, you'll get your drugs. It's not going to happen.
Minister,
and it will lead to drug stop outs and a problem.